Hey there, this is Peacekeeperalex and the Psychic Wargamers. This is going to be the Psychic Wargamers stream number 18, and we're going to carry on with the Yellow Turban Rebellion. This is going to be the Let's Play number 16, I believe. Yes. So, let's take a look at what we're working on here and where we left off. Alright, so, sorry about that. Let's see. Alright, so we got 3 armies over here. We are playing the Yellow Turban Rebellion campaign. And I have 3 generals standing outside of Liu Bei. We are at war with 3 factions. Kong Rong, got that light blue banner, and he's kind of harassing us and haranguing us in that pass, that mountain pass where we already had 2 or 3 battles so far, and just right outside Shangyong large town. And I have 3 armies there, and they're sending 3 armies forward to try and attack me. Gong is also around as well, but there's multiple Sun Sea forces right over parallel to this mountain pass, a second mountain pass, and he's moving from Baxi, Toolmaker, trying to attack Gong, which does have forces, but are sort of kind of spread out and sporadic, so hopefully the engagements that happen in regards to that are fruitful, because I do not want to be getting slammed by Sun Sea while trying to take on Kong Rong. So again, Kong Rong, we are fighting him. We're also fighting Sun Sea, like I was sort of just talking about right there. Again, he has a couple different settlements near me. He has Badong right near, right west of us. West-south, again, he has more of Badong, more Lumberyard. Badong Lumberyard is correct. You heard it correct. Over to the southeast, Poyang iron mine. She's snagged from Cao Cao. He also has some forces encroaching upon Jiangxia, which we ended up taking out one of his generals. There was a second army there. We ended up defeating that general, and we're awaiting what he decides to do there. I might attack him myself, I don't know. The other person we're at war with is Liu Bei, and Liu Bei is in an alliance with Kong Rong, the Alliance of the Darkening Moon, and he is over to right past Cao Cao territory that's sort of surrounding us. You can see Cao Cao right here, and if I could just see, they got attitude, population, ownership, so we want here. Yeah, there we go, Cao Cao. He's kind of like shielding us from the wrath of Liu Bei, thankfully enough. But yeah, we are at war, and we do have forces to deal with. And you know, of course, one last thing here, we got the Han Empire. We got some Han Empire Renegades right outside Nanyang. So yeah, it would be will be interesting to see what takes place. Let's get rid of this, all this let nose of cacophony. Appointments, there we go. We do have also some commandery stuff to deal with too, but we don't have too much monetary as we had in the past. Sadly, not as much. And I don't want to be in diplomacy right now. Commandery stuff, generals. So we got a lot of generals. A lot, actually. A lot of characters at court. We almost have more characters out in the field than we do in the court, and I think that is true.
When drawing a bow, hold the breath. I cannot.
So, can we move these 3 armies over here and attack Liu Bei, get that over finished with? Because he looks like he's not there. So, we're gonna try and do this, and hopefully we do. We do not. We do not. Okay.
Serve peace.
So it's gonna be interesting. They were in a good freaking position, but we ended up moving them. So we'll see what happens there. We weren't able to reach Yangzhou, is it?
The people here are few, but enough to serve China.
So we'll retreat right back here. It's perfect. There we go. Much better. Better stance. Here, over here in the...
Contemplate all.
Not today.
So we are going to wait there. We can't move with those guys in the mountain pass. I think we can move these guys and attack this army if we so dared. And I think that we so dare. I think that would be better. Or maybe we'll wait. We'll wait. Because it would be better. If he attacked us first, it would be better. We'd be better off because we'd have the commandery forces as well to be able to attack him with. And I'm almost willing to just go over to Padong Lumberyard and take that. Take that with this general here in the south is a great idea. I'm actually going to try and do that right now. Because I am tired of having to deal with Sun Si over here to the west of us. And he does have a full army right over here, Sun Ren. So she can go over to Qiangyang, and that would be problematic. I almost want to raise another army here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Jai Shen, and we already have too many armies, so I'm going to have to disband some of these generals at some point in time. There's too much. We've got Peasant Spearmen, Men of the Forest, Light Bow, but then we'll also get some Peasant Spearmen as well, shore up. Because if they decide to attack with that full army, it's not going to be good. Not going to be good. A lot of our forces are outside of our territory currently. We got 6 full armies outside to the west of us and to the well, 3 to the west, 3 to the east. We're going to do an end turn.
This bloodshed is pointless.
And he is advocating for
Let it
peace. Again, Alliance of the Darkening Moon, Liu Bei, and I'm going to... Gong Du is not willing to do that. We are the Alliance of the Graceful Crane. So, it's Crane against Darkening Moon. Graceful Crane against Darkening Moon. True, it does matter. And she is moving out, so that's not going to be good. She is in our territory. Sun Ren has moved out of that
Both outside.
west. Common deals. We propose peace between our alliance and Sun Si. Perfect. This is perfect. There's an alliance peace negotiation. We will propose peace between our alliance and Sun Si. Yes, that is definitely what we want to do here. And Sun Si's not necessarily, and Sun Si has rejected. Okay, so Gong Du is, that's not good. Because it seems like I did not want to see that message. That's how it seems. I'm wondering if he just sort of had like second thoughts when he saw the armies pouring out of Sun Si's territory, and the positioning of Sun Si is just, he has like territories like all over the place. You can see his main, and of course, okay, so Sun Si has already started taking those territories, and Dong Min, and he's at war with Dong Min as well, so that's not going to be good. Clever versus incompetent, and I'm almost of the opinion that I'm going to try and, like, I'm not at war with Dong Min, so I'm not worried about that, but Sun Si, I feel like that does matter. The sound of an exchange between two courtiers breaks you from a thoughtful reverie. Hey, you've left your robes open. We can see everything, says the first. Oh no, really? He is red-faced and bashful. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Oh, hold on. You scoundrel, stop lying. The other courtiers seemed amused by this exchange. Relationship. So we want clever or incompetent? I think I would choose clever. Ignore this nonsense. No, that's exactly. Ignore this nonsense is what's needed to be said. Okay. Definitely needed to hit that one. Alright. And I've hit a second end turn by accident, so we're going to watch something happen here. There's going to be an attack for certain. Or is he just going to enter? Sun Ren, the general of Sun Si, is on the river, so I'm wondering if it's going to take a little bit of time to get to that settlement. And Sun Si comes out of nowhere and is attacking us with like 3 armies at our gate, but we're going to slam him because it's only going to factor into 2 armies. So we are getting attacked here by Sun Si, but it's fairly not good considering there's 3 armies of Kong Rong just sitting right there. So I'm lucky that we didn't end up facing like 4 armies, but I'm kind of hesitant. This is not good. We do have a lot deployed. It's like 10,000, almost 11,000 troops taking on about almost 5,000. So we're gonna win this battle hands down. and I'm going to try and slam them at the same time with like the entirety of that 10,000 force. I think that's what I'm going to try and do, so we get a little loss of life on our side. Yeah, Yu Shu Guada and Qian Wan Qin versus Ma Chao and Zhang Fei, Battle of Shangyong, Large Town. So we have a lot of different troops here. Of course, we're going to start with the first army. There's going to be 3 supporting armies, one coming from the city, and then another 2 coming from over to the east. No, the west. Coming over to the east. No, coming from the north. They're coming from the north. Of course, those forces from the city coming from the east, and we're coming from the south. The enemy's going to be coming here from the west. And okay, so that's his supporting that's going to be coming from the west, and he already has an army deployed. That is no good, no good. Well, it is good, because we're going to be able to sandwich him. We've got 2 armies coming from one side of him, and another army coming from the other side, so we'll be able to sandwich. And we also have an allied army that's going to, you know, lend a little bit of assistance. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send these forces that are from the north. And they're in a forested area, so they're going to be coming outside of a forested area, but one of them isn't. So I'm going to send them right outside the forested area, go around and try and attack them from the front area. But of course, the enemy is retreating. They're retreating to their reinforcing force, because they got 2 armies on the battlefield, one reinforcing, one's already starting out. And there is a lot of units. I could try and run down the army comps. Lankai swordsmen. They got some axemen. They got 2 axemen here. Mercenary infantry. 3. Actually, that's the only axemen that they have, is those 3 units, I think, to a certain extent. They do have a couple spearmen units, 4 units from what I count in the 1 army comp, and that would be it for the spearmen as well too. So 4 units of spearmen, 3 units of axemen. They do have some halberdiers. 3 units. 3 units. They do have some cavalry though. And they are sending their cavalry forth. They got some decent cavalry. 4, they got 6. Yeah, about 6 cavalry units that I spot. And they are heading towards the forest, towards the northern armies of my reinforcing armies here. Interestingly enough. So I'm actually going to veer off with that 2nd army heading from the north and just kind of meet up to that northern army. And that's the southern army that I start with is moving upwards, trying to lend support. And the allies as well too are moving up. They got a platoon. They got 1 retinue, I think. 1 retinue or 2. I think they have 2 retinues. Maybe just 1. It actually looks like just 1. So they're gonna be able to lend some support. A lot of generals on the battlefield here. You got Zhang Fei. You got Mao Chao. You know, Lu Wei Huang. Who's he? For freak's sake. He does have a really cool helmet though. He's got this flame, like his candle helmet. Really cool. Well, I hope he's not dynamite. Holy. Zhuzhang, except 2 of their generals is low health. Actually, and 3 of their generals, 1 of their generals half health, 2 of their generals is really low health. Not even a third. So, yeah. And 1 of their axemen's getting fresh, trying to move into that forested area. I'd be careful. We don't have too many on our side. We don't have too many bow units. We got, what, 6 bow units in? 7 bow units in total out of 3 armies. So, put good use to these bowmen, is basically what's being said. We got some generals. We do have some generals. We have a lot of generals. I might just get all my generals together and go after the main general. Send them right in the entrance. So, they're moving...
You intend to kill them all yourself?
They're moving.
If you can't keep up, then yes.
From west. They have this west hill advantage. There's a slight hill advantage, and they moved all their forces westwards. Of course, from the north, I got those 2 armies moving out, and then I got the south. I got one of my armies moving outwards too as well, out of the forested area into this clearing. On either side, there's a forest, and their forces are in this clearing. with forested areas to the left and right of them. And they are starting to. You want to shore up here, decline. So they're starting to move in on my southern army, and I need to move my northern army up because they're not biting on that. They're not biting on that.
You lack the strength to defeat me! Shut up and die!
Attend! Double time!
To attention! With speed!
And their horseman is sneaking behind my infantry. Not good. 2 horseman units maneuvering around in that forested area. There is now engagements happening on my left flank with my main southern army. And these damn generals chirping each other out are cutting my gaming commentary. Stop doing that. It's so annoying. I really wish that they would just do something. I need to go check the settings again. I keep saying it to check the settings on it, but it's just, And my left flank's getting fairly schmangled, so... My left flank's got like a couple units there holding it down, and the horsemen have broken free. They breaking free, and they're heading towards my... Oh, no, they turned around and hit one of the front line units that's holding just a mass of enemy troops. So we really need help over here. My archers are safe for now, but one of their cavalry units is just about to charge one of them, and not what I was looking to have happen. So my northern army has arrived, and we're going to be able to surround and attack the enemy from behind. My left flank is on its last legs, so I got to venture this northern army right across the battlefield up behind enemy lines. It's right to the right of them as they cross this battlefield. You can see a front line of enemy soldiers fighting my own half southern army, half northern army. And the northern army, we've sort of surrounded the right flank of this. It's a little bit choppy, so I can see my men crossing here, trying to help and assist this one last left flank unit, this Yellow Turban warrior holding on like 10 enemy units. So we're going to be able to help that. Soon, yeah, we were able to slam them. And the enemy the horsemen are picking apart our bowmen in this reinforcing army from our allies still has not got here. Get over here. Please.
Our men are ready.
Not good.
The spineless coward.
So this is not going the way I had planned, I had hoped, to a certain degree. Because we are, this mass of enemy units on the left flank that broke free is now heading towards the main army that is holding off the right flank. We ended up winning the right flank fairly well, still. Of course, where are our generals? They are in the mix, aren't they? We do have 6 generals here. We can send them forward into this mass of men to get in there and fight. There we go. And we can see them moving in. So it's really turned into this large group of enemy units in which I'm surrounding now, trying to. It looks like an arrow, almost a triangle of enemy units, and I'm on 2 sides of that triangle, so if I can get right behind with some units. And actually, I'm going to try and attack their archers that are right there.
Look, the enemy run.
See the fierce fighting happening down here. Yellow Turban warriors trying to hold the line. And I'm going to try and do a bold move here, send my right flank that's been crushing the enemy but not able to get really around to do much. And I'm going to try and attack right behind that main enemy force that's slamming into my the remainder of my troops now. I used to call it my army, but they don't have too much left. And I got some trebuchet. They got trebuchet? They have some trebuchet that's launching on me, so that is not good. And my allies have arrived and are trying to secure my right behind me, because I am getting attacked by a couple units from behind.
Attend, swordsmen!
And I'm actually going to move some of my units to try and attack that trebuchet, because I don't like it. They only got a bit of ammunition left, so my troops have been getting slammed by this trebuchet, and I had not noticed it. My bowmen are hitting again.
Destroy them!
Hitting this cavalry unit right behind. It's trying to head towards them. Again, we had that cavalry trouble right at the beginning of the game when they sort of slammed our archers.
Our men!
It really affected the battle. And it still says that they're going to win this one, although I'm kind of surprised how. I really don't understand. It still says I got reinforcements heading here, but yeah, reinforcement deployment zone, but I've lost some troops and I haven't seen any reinforcements heading from that area. So I'm kind of wondering what that's all about.
Archers, prepare! Open fire!
We have hit the trebuchet and they are disabled.
Swords at the ready!
But the enemy just has more troops here in that main bout.
Swordsman! Look!
Even with our generals in the mix, doing their job.
Ready! Steel yourselves! To battle!
There, move forward. Get these generals right in the mix. Get these bowmen hitting that main area. But that damn cavalry unit right behind, 18 Lance cavalry, is causing ruckus.
Blades, prepare! Make ready! Strike!
So we are just holding on to this main battle area here.
Our men are running! The spineless cowards!
To attention!
Take heed, warriors!
The time has come! Attend, swordsmen! Blades, ready! Show no mercy! Strike! Make ready!
The enemy is, it's so close. They have way more troops than we do that's holding on to this main area, this main battle area, and yet my 6 generals are in the mix on the enemy side, just laying waste. And with the allied arrows, it's really working out. They're starting to disperse, and I am sending a couple more units in to try and assist as well. So I think that we're actually going to win this, surprisingly, which we should have been winning this outright to a truth.
Prepare! Attend! Ready! Swords sharpened! Attend! Steel yourselves!
One of our generals has retreated, I think.
Our warriors run! Craven dogs! Take heed, warriors! Attention, archers! For China!
Zhang Fei is retreating off the battlefield as well, too. Now this one unit, repeating crossbowmen, they look like they're like... God, they've been a problem. Some of my men are breaking. So, again,
A unit has perished! None are left!
sadly, my general's not doing as much as we need,
To attention!
but we are winning. Allied troop count 2,600 against 1,300. And yeah, because those we ended up getting reinforcements here now. Another retinue making it onto the field, so that is a good thing.
Stand ready!
And I really don't like how the reinforcement works. If this is how this works in this, it kind of... I really wish they would just keep sending units onto the field, at least, instead of waiting till way past bedtime to be able to get the troops that we need to be able to win this battle. Still just small sporadic fighting now, and we still have... It's kind of equal on the battlefield now, but with that next retinue coming out, that's going to be game.
Do not relent! To attention! Do not relent! Take heed, warriors! Take heed! Look, the enemy run!
There, the enemy is breaking. There it is. So we were able to hold that area. And what we ended up having there is like 6 units left out of like 30 or 40. Maybe even 50, I think. You can see the battlefield is just littered with yellow uniform. We can't even see the enemies. You're like, what was the enemy wearing here? Huge battle.
Our success looms large!
Stand ready!
Blades, prepare!
Show no mercy!
So they got two crossbowman units left, and that's about it. And we're gonna be able to sweep. Want to sweep? No, we're gonna be able to clean up. But some of the enemy units is recovering again.
Archers ready! Obey me! Let fly! At the ready!
Look! The enemy run! Craven!
Ready! Move out quickly! Hurry! Move! Unleash fury!
He-Man has gotten to the area.
Battle! Fight! Charge!
There we go. Retreats happening. And still recovery, though, with some of the enemy units here and there continuing to recover and retreat, so...
Swords!
And interestingly enough, the allied retinue that came to rescue us and help us has more units than I do in regards to those three armies. Those 3 armies, I think. Or a couple retinues of each, I think. That's why at the beginning I was a bit surprised at the amount of units in regards to those 2 northern armies. I think about a retinue apiece or 2 retinues apiece, something like that.
Make ready! Archers! The time has come!
At the ready! Steel yourselves!
Okay, we got 1 more unit here. So it says mercenary infantry retreating, getting harassed by some of my own troops as well too, or they might be retreating as well too. I don't know. Nope, they're not retreating.
Ready! Kill them!
Generals hit them from behind. They are retreating.
Steel yourselves! Destroy them!
Locked and ready!
Victory. There we go. That was a huge battle. I'm gonna actually slow mode and look at the
Ready! Our general
remains of the
is
battle.
ready!
See just the amount of troops that perished. Pyrrhic victory on this one. So Sun Tzu takes a chunk out of the army here, and that was sort of supposed to be left for Kong Rong. And their general's getting, what, 298, 298, 286. Wow, their general's doing really well, and so are their cavalry sweeping. One of the cavalry units getting 471 kills. That must have been the dude who was going after the archers. One of the crossbowmen getting 600 and some odd kills.
They lacked a coherent strategy.
So that was not good.
We have need of good fighters.
So if Kong Rong attacks now we're going to be done. That's going to be the end of that. He's going to attack here, and that's going to be over. It says it's going to be close defeat, even though it's fairly equal in size. We're going to start battle here. So we are in a fort, Battle of Shangyong. Is that what's happening? Or are we surrounded? $5,700. It's 4,000 some odd on my side. And we are in a fort, thankfully, but we are getting... that's a headache. So we're going to have to try and reinforce with the supporting armies that are going to reinforce us here on multiple sides. But we're going to have to get to the fort in time. Yep, surrounded on either side, so it says...
Comrade is being attacked.
So we're surrounded on all sides on this fort, and then there's a supporting army also coming out with 2,900 some odd troops. And my supporting army, of course, isn't going to be fully on this deployment unless more troops on my side perish, which is not what I wanted to hear. One of the sides that was attacking the settlement is now moving off and attacking the supporting allied army that's also fighting with us, Gong. To the south of us, that is where most of the enemy army is attacking from. A lot of bows exchanging fire to the south as well as they regroup and get their armies together. and northern reinforcements are walking right past some bowmen that are laying fire on the fort itself. And I'm going to be able to slam behind them, which He-Man has already gotten there to sort of attack the enemy from behind. And they're not able to move past that Yellow Turban warrior unit that's just standing guard. Again, to the east of us.
Go on, keep up. I know you can do it.
I dearly hope your blade is sharper than your wit.
There is, again, the enemy attacking our allies. And I'm trying to send reinforcements there too, but I think they're going to perish if they go that way. I'm going to send the generals actually into the fort itself.
You seem to be struggling. Need some help? Amazing that you can both talk and battle.
Ready. Archers, prepare. Quick march.
And the enemy general's inside the fort, harassing right now. Feng Jinlan? Jinlan, yeah.
Swordsman, ready.
Not good. And some of the main force south of us is now moving on to the fort, and I barely got anything to hold them there.
Spineless cowards! Make ready! Move out quickly!
Move back. The time has come.
And I am actually withdrawing some of the generals here because I don't want them to die. I don't think they're going to be able to hold these forces.
Raise spears. March at the double.
Forty-two Franklin. 42 Franklin. I'm sending my forces inwards past the northern gate, which we ended up attacking from either side in enemy force, just as they're pouring through into the southern gate of this fortress of this fort, to be true. So it looks like these two armies are just meeting each other right in the center of this fort.
Our men flee the battlefield.
10!
Swordsman, fight!
Make ready! Destroy them!
Attention! Destroy them!
Make ready.
Move out quickly!
Attack. Draw your weapons.
Our warriors run! Craven dogs!
Unleash fury. Do not relent.
It looks like the enemies kind of caught flat-footed a bit upon entering this fort because we were able to line up all alongside the flank of them. So it is hurting, but they got the archer fire. A lot of archers hitting us here right now.
Take heed, warriors.
Is sort of the difference.
Hurry, move. Double time. At the ready.
In fact, I'm going to send
Steel yourselves!
my generals straight at those archers that are outside the gate.
The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
Hurry, move. Ready yourselves.
To attention! Strike! Take heed, warriors! Show no mercy!
Stand ready.
Blades, prepare!
The enemy is surrounded here, and their melee units are folding. I can't believe we were able to hold this fort area just enough time to get our... Whoa.
Look, the enemy run! Craven!
I'm gonna put this on slow motion here a bit, because there's a bit of a choppy. To get our northern army just quick enough into the middle of the settlement to hold off that southern force that poured through the gates. I'm going to send those generals again right after the archers, trying to hit them, trying to hold those forces. Oh no, and there is still some to the west of us, and I don't have not too many troops being able to hold off. In the distance you can see one unit of mine, Yellow Turban Warriors, 2 units, Yellow Turban Warriors, 2 units trying to hold off this force. Another retinue showing up. This main force here is surrendering, so we're able to resituate and remove some of these forces to be able to hold them off, hopefully.
Look, the enemy run! Craven!
Again, off into the forest are the last of the allies are fought off. Our allies. And I do have some units near there, but not too much.
One of our generals has fallen.
Our generals here falling in battle.
Bowmen, stand ready! Steel yourselves! Unleash fury!
Warriors,
I'm gonna fast forward here just a bit, see what happens.
No! One of our generals has fallen! Do not waver!
A unit has been completely destroyed.
One of our generals is dead!
So we're waiting for that northern army to kind of move in. We still have some troops set up there. The archers are picking us off. And I really am just going to try and go after them here. I'm going to send that southern gate force that I have here. Just small units, kind of get over there and try and hit them. And the archers are stopping. And again, those forces have hit on the western gate.
The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
We have lost a unit! Nobody survived!
Maneuvering troops here around the walls to try and hit that western force from right from behind. Got He-Man in there, as well as others.
Our men flee the battlefield!
I know those Spirit Guides are going with what Marine Spirit Guides indicated in regards to the events spiritually that Marine Spirit Guides needed behind the scenes pertaining to what Marine Spirit Guides needed, the way Marine Spirit Guides needed.
Our warriors run! Craven dogs!
Look! The enemy run! Craven!
Wow, it's really close. 586 to 857.
The enemy warriors are running!
We are able to hold that force to the west of us here. Mostly.
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
Mostly crossbowmen left on that side. And the balance of power is shifting in our favor.
Spearmen! Unleash fury! Stand ready!
The time has come! The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
Stand ready! Double time!
Our reinforcing force here, we do have another retinue on the field. So that will definitely help us. We'll send it straight to the fort. Again, one last force coming from the east. Small, not too many. Got one spearman, one melee infantry. It's coming down to like small arms fire. That's what it feels like.
Spears!
Just a small grouping of soldiers able to hold that.
To attention!
The west side of the fort.
Swords at the ready!
Ready! Move, move!
And I did lose some generals in this bout. Looks like the balance of power has shifted in my favor. Most of the enemy generals are retreating.
Blades! Swordsman ready! Charge!
So now we're shifting just the last remains of my army here to try and take out those last few units that are trying to attack the fort. Got some archer militia heading right inside. I'm able to hold off with 17 Yellow Turban warriors. But then right behind them happens to be some spearmen as well. Lankai swordsmen and Lankai spearmen.
Prepare! Stand ready! Take heed, warriors! Double time!
Attend, swordsmen! Run!
Archers, prepare! Take them down! Archers! Fight!
They're kind of just sitting outside the gate and moving slowly inwards.
Blades ready for China! Swordsmen!
Ready! Show them justice! The enemy warriors are ready!
Swordsmen ready! Destroy them!
Prepare! To battle!
Victory. We ended up winning that. That was close. That large pouring of troops where we had to meet right in the center of the fort to try and hold it was definitely one of those moments.
Resist the chaos of change.
So 4,868 deployed against 5,817.
We are
And
not
we lost quite a
barbarians.
few, but they lost a lot as well.
In service of the Empire.
Kong Rong wasn't able to overtake us then, and we're able to hold that area. Okay, and Zhang Yan now has declared war on us as well. Jesus. So that
Neither
isn't
of
good.
us will survive this war. Another
Zhang Yan
time
rejected. We tried to swing for peace because he did just attack us, and there's going to be another attack happening. And it's going to be Kong Rong, and it still says close defeat now. Again, a close, another close one happening right now. We'll see if we're able to hold them. In 3 battles right in a row that are really, really close. Kong Rong is on the battlefield as well too. Battle of Shangyong yet again. And this is actually okay. So it's a Gong Du force that has most of the units. So I'm not gonna be able to do too much other than the 200 enforcing.
Enemy reinforcements are arriving!
Yeah, Yellow Turban warriors.
Keep moving! Blades ready! Stand ready! Swordsmen, ready! Take heed, warriors!
So I'm gonna go into the forests here because I only have 3 units to control. So it says 202 is what it said that in total. Yeah.
Swords sharpened!
I'm gonna try and do some guerrilla stuff. They have a large enough army to be able to defeat Kong Rong in this one. He has like a... So we're about the same amount of troops in this battle.
Swords at the ready!
We're gonna fast forward a bit. There we see the enemy. There is already a general duel happening.
I shall revel in your destruction.
So they're like sort of
I
pouring
will
down this
crush
hill.
you for this
A little
insult.
bit disorganized, actually. So hopefully they can use it to their advantage. Let's see arrow fire being exchanged. Not exchanged, actually, just sent towards the enemy here. Trying to take out their cavalry. Giant militia getting pelted, heading towards Gongdu's army.
How many
Now
have
there
you
is
killed?
enemy
Not
archer
enough,
fire
I
hitting,
think.
hitting the Yellow Turban
If
archers.
only wars were won with witty words.
And the enemy cavalry has maneuvered around our allied army. And he is moving his white wave horsemen to try and combat them, but he went after the small of the cavalry charge there and left his right behind him open. And they are going to not take that opportunity, the enemy. And then they're going to get caught flat-footed with the Allies sending their macemen right at them and then retreating again for some odd reason. Militia Virtue Light Spear Infantry catching that cavalry off guard.
Does battle wear you out?
Oh, how witty.
I am sending my
How
troops off
very
onto the right
witty.
flank to try and support, but I only have so many. I only got 202 units, so I'm not going to be able to do too much. His left flank is fairly secure, but his right flank is getting overwhelmed.
The enemy general falls!
The enemy general has fallen, one of them. I don't think that was Kong Rong. Nope, Kong Rong has full health and he's sitting back like, letting his troops do their thing.
Kill them!
And that general duel is still taking place, but they're not moving. There's a bit of a glitch, I think. So I'm wondering if this is going to be interesting, because it doesn't look like they're moving. I'm wondering if this is going to interrupt the battle, because it doesn't look like they're attacking each other at all. We're going to be sitting here at the end of it with those two guys doing nothing. So here my troops come outside the forest, and they're attacking the right flank of the enemy, catching them right behind. That's a good thing. Again, two forces here. It looks on the right flank. There's just this right flank battle happening, and right on the left flank battle happening. And there's just this large gap in the middle, but they're not able to capitalize from it by way of not having any more melee infantry, and they're not maneuvering. They do have a lot of bowmen. They have like 10 units of bowmen that aren't doing too much actually. And I'm going to send one of my. I'm going to harass their bowmen, I think, but they're getting attacked by cavalry. Oh! One of my units getting charged by cavalry right when he's in the forest. He's trying to maneuver.
Blades! Destroy them!
And we are able to shore up on this right flank. And their cavalry's now retreating, and I'm going to send this infantry unit after their bowmen. That's what I'm going to do. It's one infantry, because they are hitting us fairly hard.
Look at the enemy run! Craven!
So we're able to interrupt their bow
Attend,
their
swordsmen!
bow fire, and that general duel at the end here is not working out. So there seems to be a certain kind of glitch, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to exit this game because they're on either side. They're just standing there looking at each other, and no one has won. Like there's no one has hit each other at all on it. So again, that might be a godsend. I don't know.
The time has come! At the ready!
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
And I am going to be able to interrupt it. I'm going to be able to interrupt that general battle Thank God, because I did not want to have that happen where we're sitting here, nothing going on, especially since we're sort of winning this a bit. It's scary, that is for certain. One of my units was able to catch up with enemy bowmen, chase 3 of them off out of the sphere of where they were able to hit. Give us a bit of leeway, hopefully. And yeah, that...
Swordsman! Fight!
Iron Bulwark, heavy spear infantry. Them bastards, man, they're heavy. Tough unit.
The enemy unit flees.
Enemy units are fleeing, so we're not doing too bad here. We're catching up 1222 to 1480. I got 57 units on my side left. One of them now fleeing, the one that was chasing the archers. And yeah, again, just one unit holding off our allies in the left flank. That Iron Bulwark, heavy spear infantry, just large shields. Heavy army, man. They are really difficult to get past. That's what my unit is currently working on as well too.
Look, the enemy run! Raven!
Swordsman, ready!
Looks like we're gonna lose this one, I think. Maybe not. We might not. I don't know. We are working through that bulwark unit. That is a trouble. Again, those 24 giant militia off to the right flank, pain too as well.
The enemy run! Raven!
We do have a lot of units still, so we could very well win this. If we end up getting past these units, we'll be able to take out those bowmen fairly easily. And Kong Rong, where is Kong Rong? Yeah, he's got low health? Yeah, he's got low health. We could take him out. Oh, no, his bow. That's his bow count. No, he's got high health. That's going to be the difference, I think. We're just pushing past these melee infantry on the right flank, and the left flank wasn't able to push back that bulwark unit, and ended up looking like that bulwark unit took out 3 or 4 of the units of our ally.
Braves, prepare!
I got 29 units left. Ally still has a lot of units. Those enemy archers are just doing their work on the allies here.
Prepare!
The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
Last of my units, 19 units. And that Iron Bulwark. And really, it was the bows that did him in here. If the allies aren't able to recover and getting past this right flank unit, then that was really the difference.
Our warriors run! Raven dogs!
That's my last unit here is about to retreat, and I am out of units. It's up to the allies, and they are also retreating, I think. Yep. Pretty much. We were close on this one, but not close enough. They're going to send in their bowmen and clean up. And the last kamikaze charge. And the enemy general battle over here in the... So close. Yi Qinpei versus Wang Su, and I think she might win. No, she does not.
Curses! Our
Just at
ally
the
has
end.
been struck down.
Wang Su makes it. Kong Rong goes in and cleans up this last spearman, these last 3 spearman units of the of Gong Du. Enemy archers, interestingly enough, are having more friendly fire here with this last unit. Gong Du trying to survive in the midst of just hundreds of archers trying to take them out. Valiant defeat. That was really close. So yeah, they did end up losing quite a few units. 877 remaining on enemy side, 2,634 deployed, 1,757 lost. We lost quite a bit as well too. 2,406 deployed, 2,118 lost, 288 remaining, and I don't think I have anything left. I got 2 generals. That's all. That was it. And he ends up getting Shangyang, I think. Was that what happened there? Yeah, no, he did not. He is not able to take Shangyang. And we're getting attacked by Han Empire Renegades right here as well. So we're going to try and take out these Han Empire Renegades. We're going to have a win here, I think, to a certain degree. 1761 against 679. Protected count, yeah. So it's going to be Siege of Nanyang, Jade Mine, the Jade Mine. Ghost of Lu Bao. Oh.
Prepare! Make haste!
So they are attacking a settlement. South gate they're going to try and attack here. And I'm going to send some of my forces right out of the west gate and try and attack their flank when they get to that gate.
Steel yourselves! Fire!
See, they're moving up some militia. Archers are pelting them right on the right flank. Let's save the militia.
Stand ready! With speed!
So I am maneuvering my forces right around the settlement. I'm going to try and attack their from behind. The spearmen are gonna be sitting there holding me. Enemy calves, or calves have met up. Field of battle. Mounted Saber Militia taking on the Yellow Turban Horsemen. And these Saber Militia aren't gonna have a, I don't think they're gonna be able to do much. So I do have some axemen coming in right here, so that's gonna be the difference maker.
Move out quickly.
But they are sending their general to try and stop me.
Weapons ready! The time has come! Swords at the ready!
Getting hit from archer fire from behind while also from in front is really deadly. Again, having those sort of different direction arrows hitting mass troops.
Fight! Look, the enemy run!
Really hit home. Ends up being a crossfire, and then they're also getting slammed by melee infantry from both sides.
Charge! Take heed, warriors! Ready! Show no mercy! Make ready! Prepare! Draw steel!
Giant militia chasing some archers, and then they realized they had more troops than them. 122 against 33, and turned right around and started attacking them. Giant militia not doing so well here.
Weapons! Ready to ride? To attention! Arrows! March quickly! The enemy warriors are running! Bowmen, stand ready!
Victory, I think. We just got some enemy general to take care of. Wing Swan.
Ready!
Yep, she's almost gone. She's probably be retreating here any moment. And she decides not to, and she falls.
Ha! Take heed, warriors!
Each victory brings stability to the realm.
She was captured, Ying Swan, and I will hit the release.
I am not without
released,
mercy.
and hit the recruit as well.
To action!
Han Empires Renegades, not much able to do. But definitely an eventful, Yuan Shao vassalized Liu Bei. War declared between Yuan Shao. Oh no. So now, alliance with Liu Bei left by Kong Rong. So the alliance with Liu Bei and Kong Rong is over. That's demanded autonomy by Yuan Shao, and Yuan Shao signed peace treaty with Liu Bei. Zhang Yan declared war, and he joined war against Zhang Yan. Faction developments, virtuous governance. Those who pursue their business in reason, men of reason, associate in reason. Those who pursue their business in virtue, associate in virtue. Those who pursue their business in ill luck, associate in ill luck. When men associate in reason, reason makes them glad to find companions. Next. I think I will do something small reading here. Okay. Be resolute, but not boastful. Resolute, but not haughty. Resolute, but not arrogant. Resolute, because you cannot avoid it. Resolute, but not violent. Hero's perseverance. Alrighty then. It appears that Sima Yi, a farmed recluse, has forsaken his isolation to offer his talents to a warlord. A warlord, obvious in possession of admirable powers of persuasion. So again, just as we about to attack Liu Bei, he ends up going with Yuan Shao. And we're still at war with him, so that was the difference. But of course, we go back over here to take a look at what the hell has been happening. Kong Rong. So we're going to maneuver our forces to go out of here, I think. But we can't because he can't move. No, he's in encampment, so he can move. So we're going to move back. That's what we're going to do.
The goal is
And our armies there are fairly hit hard. Yang, we're gonna have to raise army again.
China is
Shandai.
people, not its oppressive warlords.
So we were able to raise up some armies here that ended up perishing earlier on.
To enlightenment.
We must rest for now.
This will not happen.
Vent frustration.
focus.
Try to take out these Han Empire Renegades. I'm just gonna delegate.
Our victory is proof of heaven's approval. They fought only for their beliefs. Serve the people. The population is growing here. A gladdening sign.
And Shangyong is still there, but my army, my 3 armies that were there, 2 of them gone. 1 of them down to about 1/3 health. Guada survives it with He-Man, and as well as Sujai. And we retreat back to Xiangyang, large city, where we do have a couple armies mustering. And just a shame, because Kong Rong, his armies there, all 3, and even Sun Tzu's 2 armies outside, Zhang Fei, Mao Chao, Kong Rong, and the other 2, this guy actually, Zhu Ran,
Impossible.
and Shi Ningqiang, I think that's how it's called, Ningqiang. All low health. If we had a full army here, we could sweep through.
Season comes trade.
And I almost want to do that. I can't move this army here for some reason. It's just mustered up. And then we got 3 armies over here by Liu Bei. And I gotta see where Yuan Shao is. What is this? Yuan Shu? It's not Yuan Shu, is it? Tell me it's not Yuan Shu. Because if it is, he's right on our northern gate. No, it isn't. Yuan Shao. Okay, so he's far away. We don't have to worry about this dude. No. No, he's right near Liu Bei, so we're gonna have to worry about him right now. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take Yang Zhao, because we've been waiting for a while now to take this.
Advancing.
And in fact, I I don't know.
Onwards.
I think I should probably maneuver these 3 forces back over here because of Sun Tzu and Kong Rong. That's kind of how I feel about it. I think that might be the better move.
Persevere.
Well, we can try and take out
Forna!
Young Tao at least. We're gonna delegate this, I think. No, you know what? Start battle. That's the thing.
We must do what is needed for China.
Be wise. Keep your wits about you. Kill them.
Let future generations tell of our glory here today.
So we got a large army here. They don't have too much.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
And we do have reinforcements as well, too.
Keep moving! Skirmish! The time has come! Make ready! And then,
I'm gonna send my generals on either flank, try and hit them.
swordsmen! Go, go!
A comrade is being attacked.
Quick march! Prepare! Go! Go! Attention! Kill them! Shoot! Archers, attack! Loose!
Our victory grows ever closer.
X-Men, march at the double. Ready to battle. Attend. Strike.
Right in the right flank, one of my generals is just holding 2 units from the enemy from proceeding. I'm gonna put my archers on them.
Prepare! Peasant infantry! Swords at the ready! Steel yourselves!
No mercy.
At the ready! For the cause! To attention!
The enemy
These
warriors
generals
are
really
running.
good. They got good buffs.
Make ready.
So fighting all across the line here, melee infantry engaging. Got some spearmen taking on halberd infantry, and one of them's breaking as my general breaks through with
Stand
a
ready.
spearman unit. Yeah, peasant spearman's breaking through here, so I'm gonna fold right over to the next enemy unit that's along that line. You're gonna see him waver. See the archers, my archers doing good work. I'm gonna shift back the fire to those some of their archers, and yeah, they're retreating all across the line, leaving their archers and one spearman unit on the side. And that's going to be pretty much victory.
Unleash fury! Do not relent! Blades! Raise spears! Run! Go, go, go! Ready yourselves! Run! Spears ready! Move, move! Run, run! Hurry, move! Run, run! To attention, spearmen!
Clean victory in battle.
Justice cannot be denied.
Ooh. Yeah, they got slammed. Occupying aid wounded. They deployed 2,280. Lost 2,280. And we deployed 6,896. Only lost 234. Enemy captured 355. Siege of Yangzhou. Livestock farm.
We will bring righteousness to this settlement.
And what I think I want to do, actually, I think I want to keep moving upwards, but I'm wondering if I can sue for peace. I wonder if there's somebody, if Liu Bei would be willing to go for peace here.
Not you again.
That is, okay, so he does have an alliance war. So it's not Liu Bei I want to talk to, it's Yuan Shao.
What poisonous lies will you spit today?
And he's not going to go for it. And neither is Gong Du. So we're going to have to figure something out here. We do got 7,000 to raise more armies up. I think I'm
China
going to raise
is
more over here.
not its oppressive warlords.
Give more. We're gonna put Wu Li, the singer, healer. We do got 27 followers. Okay, we've got quite a bit here. Give him a foreman. Let's see here. We'll also choose focus plus 5 resolve plus 3 cunning plus 2 enlightenment plus 8% ranged armor, piercing damage plus 10% range damage plus 3% income from industry. Breathe out and into your target, allowing distractions to fall away. That. We've got a couple other generals to upgrade as well. This dude, Xu Jai. He's a monk. Monk. Subtlety, inspiration, opportunism, fanaticism. Tranquility, focus. I think I want to hit subtlety. Or inspiration. Inspiration. Plus 5 expertise, plus 3 authority, plus 2 enlightenment. Enables encourage. Plus 5% income from commerce. Chase a bird that will fly away. Be still and it will perch nearby. Yeah, we don't have to hit that one. Oh, we already have inspiration, so we don't need to hit inspiration again. So yeah, we're going to go with subtlety. Plus 5 resolve, plus 3 cunning, plus 2 enlightenment. Enables guerrilla deployment. Enables night battles. There is no defense against hidden intentions. So we're leaving off in quite a precarious position here. If those armies from Sun Sea replenish, then we have a bit of a problematic. And that's... And even with Kong Rong as well too, although I'm less worried because most of his forces aren't... It's not about...
I cannot.
Well, it is actually, for some of them.
Madness.
I did discern certain kind of spiritual activity behind the scenes on this one, more so than usual. I don't know. I don't know if it's more so than usual, but you know, myself and others thank those that Marine Spirit Guides indicated for a reason. You know, myself and others that Marine Spirit Guides indicated thank those that Marine Spirit Guides indicated for defending during content creation and gameplay and things of that nature. Well, we're not looking for others to receive disparities in regards to length of gameplay and things like that. I am aware of it and was doing certain advocations behind the scenes while I was playing this video game content. I am going to leave it off like this. I'm going to leave it off to where we have it. So to the south of us, we do have to worry. Anyway, I'll leave it off here.